So around 1991, I started thinking maybe we could have people come to Costa Rica and share experiences with me as I go through the different things that I do. And so the first group that we had was a group from Canada who were supposed to go to Guatemala, and they couldn't go because of the violence in Guatemala. Guatemala was much more gun violence back then and even now. So they called me like, can you see a group on Tuesday, do something with them? And I said, of course I can. And that was how I invented the first concept of working with groups. And so over the years, we've developed it more and more. The foundation has two goals. One is to support at-risk populations so they can improve the quality of their lives. It's not to help the poor people, which is what I had naively thought back in the day. So what does support mean? It means the group that we're working with designs with us ways to creatively solve their dilemmas that impede them from having a better quality of life. And so that involves defining what is quality of life, what is compassion, what is, defined, how do you work together in a group. And it's been a really, really good experience. And then the second part of the goal is to educate the people who come to provide goods, services, and financing so they will make better decisions about how to use the resources in the future. So this is what your group would be doing. Okay, they come here and they go, we want to help the poor people. And I say, nah, that doesn't work like that. And so, okay, well then what are we going to do? Here are some projects that you will do. We designed the projects, and then your group lets us know. We have 5 nurses and 3 doctors. We don't want to dig a ditch down by the river, right? Or we have 12 robust men, boys, and 3 girls. Sorry not to be sexist, but the truth is the truth. Anyway, so robust boys need to dig ditches, and girls like to play with the kids, and the boys do too. Anyway, so we start out, the first day they have an orientation with me. It's an extensive orientation. It's about an hour and a half. It's a long talk. Have you heard the talk?
Not yet.
Okay, don't fall asleep. I just devised this talk over the years, and it's actually quite interesting. Some people tell me it's a whole university semesters of information in one moment, because it starts with hunter-gatherers, tribal communities, triangular hierarchies, natural disasters, wars, poverty, economic collapse, immigration, and it's the whole story of how the people came to this place. It's very beautiful, actually. And I usually can pace it okay. If I see people going a little off, I say, well, what did you think about that? You know how it is when you're a teacher, right? So then they go out into the field and they have a walkabout, which means like they walk around and see the community, and then they have a project. And the project is chosen. We negotiate it with you all as what you want to do, what you think your students would like to do, what year they are, how old they are, how sophisticated they are in terms of what they know about development work. All of these we take into account. And then you guys are going to be here 4 days. Okay, so you'll do orientation, walkabout project, lunch. And then if you're still here in the afternoon, I don't know how long your day is going to be, we have this daycare center here that they'll work with the kids of the daycare center. So then the second day, they'll do project, lunch, work with the kids. Third day, project, work, lunch with the kids. And then, the last day, they have project, lunch, and then they have a play presented by the grandmothers, which is lovely. It's the older generation of women who are the actual ones who actually brought their kids by the hand across the border from Nicaragua to escape from the situation in Nicaragua. So it takes that first talk that I give, which is abstract, right, and says, here's the ladies who did it.
The actual phenomenological
actual
experience
people.
of it.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
And then after that, we have a very nice crafts exhibit where we encourage people to buy the crafts, because sincerely, it's the way the women can earn a little extra money and support their kids. So, and during the days, if your group says, I'd like to know how the foundation finances itself, or I'd like to know how an NGO works, or I'd like to know how the history of the organization really evolved. Some people ask about my own personal life, you know, like how did I get here? Why do I keep with it? How do I, you know, what's going on with me? And all of those things I'm happy and open to talk to them about. So it's a very powerful learning experience for everyone, including us, because we learn from every group that comes in and every teacher that comes in.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a really good experience. So I don't know, in the afternoons, you're gonna do
I
other
think
things?
they have
Or do you have-
some days they have guest lectures, and yes, they have service learning in LaCarpio and class 2 hours and evening tropical dance class. Then they have service learning in the morning and afternoon guest lecture in immigration in Costa Rica. And another day they have service learning. I think it's on like the mornings.
It's in the mornings, yeah.
Yeah.
But they have lunch with us, probably.